This book is not just timely because it is a book, but it's timely because what is weaved into this book, as you can see, making Africa work through the power of innovative volunteerism. That power is real if you can be able to tap into it. It is a realistic power that is weaved not just into people's skills and talents, but that is weaved into the reality of our time today. This book is a must read. You go get a copy. This book is powerful. You get it a copy in Amazon, and you can get a copy from the AuthorHouse, the publisher. This book is a must read. You go get a copy. The book is live, and the title is Making Africa Work Through the Power of Innovative Volunteerism. This book talks about how we can be able to truly make Africa work. And the inspiration behind this book that actually made me to write the book was the fact that when you look at the African continent today, most of the discussion has focused on physical resources, whether it is its minerals or its oil. And these physical resources focus have been made as if this is what can be able to grow the continent. But I think this is a misconception, because what has been missing, which this book captures, in all the chapters that we will see in this book, it captures the fact that what has been missing within the discourse of how Africa can actually work is human capital, its people. The collective strengths of its people, their skills, their talents, especially of the youth, their vibrancy, their commitment, that can be able to be harnessed to be able to drive transformational change for people and planet. So this book put in perspective how this can be done, leveraging on what the continent is already doing today. And what makes this book different is the fact that the way it's been written in a way that appeals to each and every individual, that appeal to political scientists, that appeal to the youth, to the students, to individual citizens, to policymakers, to researchers, to economists, and each and everyone on how they can be able to tap on what they have to be able to transform the continent today. The book makes it clear that despite the fact that Africa has been viewed for quite a very long time as a dark continent, Africa's actions and actions of its people have actually provided light to the world. In each of the 9 chapters that you will see in this book, they weaved into my own personal story, just as your own personal stories, but put it in perspective on how we can be able to move forward regardless of where we come from, growing up without shoes, and finally winning a scholarship to study in one of the best universities in the world is testament that each and every one of us can be able to make it. This book weaves that in, that we can leverage on our skills. And all these are ingredients of what we call innovative volunteerism, because that is the true genius of how Africa can develop. But then the book ends with a collective call for the youth and how Africa's tip of the spear, the embodiment of Africa's demographic dividend, the change makers of socioeconomic transformation can actually be achieved. This book actually is not just a must read, but it is one that can provide solutions to the challenges that have been talked about over year after year, especially under the changing climate today, because climate action is an investment opportunity. And to address poverty, to address the food insecurity crisis that are plaguing more than 240 million people, and clean energy aspects that can be able to lift the 620 million citizens who are energy impoverished. This book goes detailing to explain how this can be practically done, leveraging on already what is happening in the continent. Do not miss to get a copy of this book from Amazon. Do not miss to get a copy of this book from AuthorHouse, the publisher. And you can be able to know exactly how we can truly make Africa work.